Well, genocide has been defined in the United Nations Convention on Genocide in many ways, but one of the definitions of genocide includes the forcible removal of children from one racial population to be assimilated forcibly against their will into another racial population. So the forcible annihilation through removal of children of one race in favor of another race is an act of genocide. And I've pointed that out to the Canadian population, that the International Convention on Genocide includes a definition that exactly describes what went on in residential schools and why residential schools were created. In their own documentation relating to these schools, the Government of Canada has admitted that the purpose of residential schools was to kill the Indian in the child. And in the American boarding school system, the American Indian boarding school system, they admitted that the purpose was to kill the Indian, save the man. So very similar doctrines were applied in both cases. They would have been captured by the International Genocide Convention and have become the law of Canada if Canada had implemented the genocide in full. Canada has not done that. And what that means, of course, is that officials within Canada cannot be prosecuted for what's occurred. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't qualify as an act of genocide. And that's generally the comments that we have made. But people have sometimes misinterpreted it to mean that therefore they have not committed genocide, and that's not quite accurate. But they can't be prosecuted for it. But the Convention on Genocide clearly includes the residential school phenomenon, as it does in other countries as well, which have done the same things.
Well, thank you. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Well, the important thing that I do want people to understand is that this is not an Aboriginal problem. This is not just for Aboriginal people to address. The issue of the impact of residential schools upon this nation is an issue that the nation as a whole needs to address. And then as a country, as a future nation of this world, we will be in a better situation when Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people have full mutual respect for each other. And that's what reconciliation is all about.